Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to create Salesforce Bulk API version 1 SOQL or the query job. In this video, we are going to see how to create a job, how to add a query batch job to the bulk data load job, and then how to check their status, and then how to close the job, and finally how to check whether the job was completely closed properly by our code. For this demo, I'm going to use Postman client. I am not going to use any kind of ETL tool because all these things will be done without any coding or anything using ETL tools. The power of ETL tools is all these things can be just configured, and the ETL tools will take care of all these jobs and how to chunk the data and how to process it. All those things will be taken care of ETL tools. But in this demo, I'm just going to focus and discuss only on how to create a job, how to add a query job to it, how to check the status, how to close the job, and finally check the status of the job whether it was closed successfully. So the first step for that is connected app. We are creating this connected app because we are going to call this using Postman client. So create a connected app, enable OAuth, and the callback URL should be your my domain URL /services/OAuth2/callback. Once you give this callback URL and once you click save, you will be able to get consumer key and consumer secret from this connected app. Please make a note of this connected app consumer key and consumer secret information. So the connected app from Salesforce is created. Next step is we have to get the access token from Salesforce. In order to get the access token, you have to do a post request to your my domain URL /services/OAuth2/token, and since it is a post, in the body you have to use username, password, client ID and secret, which is nothing but consumer key and consumer secret from your connected app, and grant type should be password. I'm not using any header, so just body, do a post. It will give you a access token. For next few steps, we will be using this access token. So now we made a call and then we got the token. Next step is we have to create a bulk API version 1 job. In order to do that, do a post request to your my domain URL /services/async/52.0, which is the API version /job. In the headers, use x-sfdc-session, which should be the access token from here. This should be passed in the header, and content type, use application/xml, char set it to UTF-8. Since it is a post request, in the body you have to declare what kind of job it is. Operation, I'm going to query which object, account, what is the concurrency, it is going to be parallel, or you can also use serial mode. Content type, I want it as comma separated value, so CSV format. Let's do a call. It created a job and this is the job ID. Make a note of the job ID. Now here it should have created a job and it should be in progress. See, it created a job and this is the job ID, and this is bulk API version 1 job, and this is a query and an object account. Okay, so now make a note of this job ID, copy it, Next, we have to do a post request to run an SOQL. So now the job is created, but we have to create a sub job or subcategory job so that it will uh, do the query. So here you have to do a post request to your my domain URL slash services slash async slash 52.0 which is nothing but our API version slash job slash the job ID which you got it from the previous request slash batch. In the header, same, you have to pass x hyphen SFDC session, which should contains the access token. The access token is from the token endpoint, the information what we got, and content type text or CSV, char set UTF-8, and since it's a post request, we should have a body. In the body, just type your query. You can add conditions here. Click save. Now let's do a post request. So this is the primary job ID and this is the this is the primary job ID and this is the badge or the sub job which got created. Now let's confirm that. So still it should be in progress. Let's check it. See, the badge was created, it executed, and then it fetched 4 records. Let's confirm that. So this was the query which got executed. See, it got 4 records for me. So it also fetched 4 records. Now we wanted to check the status of this batch job, whether it is completed or not, because before closing we have to make sure this is completed. For that we have to make a get request to your my domain URL slash services slash the version slash job slash the primary job ID slash batch. So here we have to get the same job ID. It should be available here also. And since you are using slash batch, it will get the batches status. Headers, just use x hyphen sfdc hyphen session. Since it's a get, we don't have body, so just click send. It will give us the status. It is completed. Since this is completed, we are good to go. Now we can close the batch job. In order to close the batch job, we have to do a post request to your Salesforce my domain URL slash services slash async slash the version number slash job slash the job ID. Now if I send this, it will close the job. So currently the job is still open. Let's verify that. It is still open. Now if I send this request, in the body we have to make sure we have a JSON state closed, and in the headers use x hyphen sfdc hyphen session, and if we send this request it will close the job. Yeah. The job ID is closed. Let's confirm that. Status is closed, working as expected. Now if you wanted to confirm whether this job was successfully closed or not, you can do a get request to your my domain URL slash services slash async slash version number slash job slash the job ID. Using this and the head and in the header, if we use x hyphen sfdc hyphen session, which should contain the access token, and then since it's a get, we won't have any body value. So if you do a get request, it should give you what is the job status. The status closed. So we saw how to get how to create a connected app, how to get access token, how to create a job, how to create a query batch in the job, how to check the status of the batch job status, how to close the bulk API version 1 job, and how to check whether the version 1 job was completed successfully. Please check the video description. I have shared my blog post. From my blog post, you can get all these endpoints with the path values, so that it will be very helpful when you are trying to implement it. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching.